Knife dope. More dope. Come and get your fix. What's up, fuckers? Your boy is back with a fresh batch of dope. Knife dope. That's right, people. The hits don't stop. I think I'm going to have to add a new category to this year's end of year awards. Going to come up with a comeback knife of the year. And for me, the decision thus far is pretty goddamn clear. This, of course, is the TRM Shadow. Knife so nice that I bought it twice, which is not rare for me. But I had managed to score the Merlot Micarta variant the first time I bought this knife. And then I made a ill-advised decision and traded that bitch, not realizing just how much I loved it. But fortunately, the knife gods gave me grace and allowed me to add this back to the collection about 3 or 4 months back. And it has been by far my most carried and used knife in that time frame. Now, I did swap out the factory Omega springs as they were pretty mushy. But outside of that, everything else is stock, wonderful modified clip point, full flat grind, extremely thin blade stock, 20 CV steel, high quality G10, fantastic ergos due to that finger choil, deep carry titanium pocket clip, 100% USA made. I absolutely love it and really appreciating it the second time around. So this would be my comeback knife of the year. And speaking of comeback, them goddamn Divo boys are at it again. And so without further ado, let's get to the dope. Now, I had meant to upload this video yesterday, as this was when the knife dropped. Unfortunately, they're sold out. And if you missed it, you fucked up. Now, what I'm talking about is Divo's largest knife to date and their newest model, that of course being the tall boy. Now, unless you lived under a rock, you probably are familiar with it. These sold out in under 30 minutes. This particular variant I'm sharing with you today sold out in less than a minute. These came in at $199. They are OEM by Kubi. This version, or rather variant I got, was available from Divo Knives. Also doing my part to combat inflation, I have picked up a couple affiliates. So we are doing Divo, where you can use code FUCKER and save 10% off the entire website. And then also we added a new one. Traditional Pocket Knives is now in cahoots with KnifeDope. Big thank you to Austin and Brian for accommodating me on that. And these are the codes you can use here in the future. KnifeDope 10% off the ORJ line. KnifeDope $5 off their exclusive knives. Now back to the regularly scheduled programming. This one is the Black Pearl Camo Carbon variant. Absolutely stunning. Love the way we've got those radial milling lines on the scales. Now, of course, mine's jazzed up a little bit. I also bought the Zircutai kit, which comes with this wonderful milled pocket clip, full-length Zircutai backspacer. We've got the pivot collars, and of course, the most important part, those robust set of tits. Now, your tits in your hole is your deployment. Let's check it out. Woo! And the detent is dialed the fuck in. 8.1 inches is the overall length. Of that, 3.5 is done in this beautiful sheep's foot blade. We've got S90V. Steel of the gods. Now, Kubi has done a vacuum cryogenic heat treat on this batch of S90V. They are reporting 60 to 62 HRC. And the sample that was tested came in at 62. So they are crushing that as far as heat treat goes. 120,000 blade stock thickness. Nice deep hollow grind. Add those numbers up and what do we got? Certified slicey hoe. Love this belt satin finish. I tell you, Kubi has stepped the game up with their belt satin finish. It is starting to rival, wait for it, starting to rival Riot's, in my honest opinion. Now, ergonomically, we got a nice finger choice so you can choke up and get that full purchase, no refund. Very comfortable in hand. No hot spots to speak of. Another feature they got in this knife, which I did not think I would love as much as I do, is the exposed liner lock. Number one, it's giving you the most amount of goddamn access to that lock bar that I can think of. And then even when it's in the closed position, I think aesthetically it looks good the way it plays off the pivot. Speaking of the pivot, we've got T8s all the way around, titanium hardware, also nicely recessed. Just a great, great job by Kubey. Weight came in at 3.1 ounces. Now, speaking of Kubey, I feel like when it comes to Divo designs, Kubey seems to level up. I think they've got a wonderful relationship, obviously. Like I said, this knife sold out in less than 30 minutes. So people wanted it, people bought it, and hopefully you did too, goddammit. Now, let's go ahead and put some knives up for some size comparison. Basically, a little bit of knife flexing. You know how the fuck we do. Gotta roll with America first. So we're gonna go like this. REC exclusive, pair of 3. More American dope for your palate. How about the REC PM2? So there you see those. Let's do a couple more, shall we? Keeping that same Kubey vibe going as I drop a knife on my foot, we're gonna go with the Kubey Momentum. Knife I've been telling you about all goddamn year. Big shout out to the OG Sharif Manganis for giving us that design. And up until today, my favorite Divo model, and that of course is the Stout version 2. Don't get it fucked up. So there's the tall boy up against those. Let's do 2 more. God damn it, 2 more. How about another Chinese knife that I've been rocking the hell out of? And that is the Kunwu Compadre. So there you see that. Last but certainly not least, how about a QSP sighting? And we're gonna go with the Penguin Plus. So there is the tall boy up against those. I dig it, people. I really do. I don't think them Divo boys realized just how popular this knife was going to be. You know, they might have underestimated it, or maybe it was their grand plan the whole time. You know, have knives sell out. It's going to always keep that you know, supply and demand. It's going to always keep the demand there. You know, or maybe they did just didn't realize how good it was going to be. I mean, obviously they knew how good it was going to be. They brought it to production. But blown away by this. It actually was in the pocket yesterday. Did a little bit of cutting with it. Did a hell of a lot of fidgeting. And yeah, my new favorite Divo. But more importantly, I want to know what you fuckers think. Did you manage to snag a tall boy? Are you a Divo fan? Tell me all about it. Love you, mean it. Until the next time. Cut something. Cut someone. Just don't cut yourself. Stay dangerous, fuckers!